Alright guys, so this is just going to be a video of going over this doc, and to be honest, I was going to keep it pretty simple and sort of not whip through it, but just get through it somewhat quickly. But I realized that, you don't have to watch the video if you don't want to, obviously, and it'd probably be better if I just get a little in depth with, just the whole doc itself and all of the steps. That way, if you do have any questions, you can watch the video after you choose to just go through the doc yourself. So yeah, let's jump right into it. All right, so this doc has everything you need to start building a proper cold emailing system to book anywhere from 20 to 40 appointments every month on average, depending, obviously your niche and a few other factors. And this works for just about any niche, whether you're a SaaS company, SMMA, or you run a coaching or consulting program. Now, I personally have tested cold email for a multitude of niches over the past few years. So if you're doing anything B2B or even B2C, this will work great for your business. Before I hop into the good stuff, just a little bit of a background about me and how I became an expert in cold email. So in 2016, I started my first Shopify dropshipping store. From there, I became obsessed with Facebook and Google ads so that I could succeed with my store. By 2017, I had started 3 e-com brands, all while still in high school. I grew them very fast to 30K plus MRR in a few months, each using mainly Facebook ads and email marketing. In 2018, I stepped away from e-com and wanted to get into SMMA. I bought into some of the best courses for starting an SMMA, and while building my agency, I came to the same realization that just like with e-com, there was one main thing I should be focusing on, and that's just overall client customer acquisition, right? And for e-com, that was Facebook ads. So I became obsessed with becoming an expert at that. For SMMA, it was outreach and appointment setting, right? That's what it's all about. We all need calls, we all need calls and leads coming in. So all I focused on from 2018 through 2020 was just building systems, becoming an expert in all outreach channels I possibly could, and just overall appointment setting in general. And I came to the conclusion that through plenty of testing, cold email was and is, in my opinion, the best strategy for outreach and booking calls. And I just say this for a few, pretty easy to understand reasons. Just it's very scalable, right? It can be completely automated and it works for just about any niche. So I invested all my time and energy into becoming a kick-ass cold email expert. And I've been through some of the top cold emailing courses and have built systems used to book calls with billion-dollar brands, specifically in the e-com space, of course. And fast forward to 2021 to 2022, present day, I'm now helping other B2B entrepreneurs and e-com brands build killer email systems for their customer client acquisition in their business, which I would argue is the most important thing to focus on, right? If you're a coach, consultant, or agency owner, and you are not booking calls, then you're not closing clients, you're not making money, and therefore you do not have a business. I would argue. There's no money coming in, no business, right? But don't worry, because we're about to fix that. Okay, so, and probably, like I say right here, in the simplest diagram I could possibly create, this is the system. So, let's see if I can zoom in here. So step 1, you're obviously going to want to make sure you have a great offer, right? If you don't have a great offer, there's plenty of videos out there. I suggest, obviously, Alex Hormozi's book, $100 Million Offers. There's plenty of things you could do and plenty of other resources you can go pick at to understanding what it takes to build a great offer, right? So the next step is obviously you just want to make sure you have a good, fully custom-written script, which I'm going to show you how to do. That way, you're not stuck in the mud and you're sort of just confused and you don't know what you're doing. So once you have all this stuff, right, you have a good offer, you have a good script written out, all you're going to want to do is go scrape a massive email list. I suggest start with maybe 5K for the month. That way it's the cheapest. You can use Icy Leads. You can use a service called Lead Hype. You can use snov.io. And I'll get into that later anyways. But all you're going to do is upload that list to whatever email service you're using. I just suggest Instantly because it's very cost effective. You can add unlimited emails and have unlimited email accounts and have unlimited email accounts being warmed up at the same time, while only paying for one overall user. So for the $97 a month, you're getting, you can just add unlimited email accounts. So it's very ideal, especially when you want to focus on volume. So in order to send about 100 a day, you're gonna want to warm up your email account so you can send about 30 a day each, 33 a day each, right? So all you're gonna do is go to Google Domains. You're gonna get a domain if you don't already have one, and you're just gonna create three email accounts with that G Suite domain. So you're gonna add 3 or more of those email accounts to Instantly and start warming them up. Now, once they're warmed up and they're good to go and they're good to start sending, and you can begin sending just 5 to 10 a day, 20 a day, and bump it up from there. You're gonna want to launch your campaign using the list that you scraped from whatever service you're using, and that's it. Sit back, check the metrics every single day. Make sure the emails aren't being sent to spam, and then if people don't reply, follow up 1 through 5 will get sent out over the period of a few days. And any positive replies that you get, not any replies, right? People may reply saying no thanks, or just ignore it, or you can add them into a future sequence to email them down the line in the future. But I suggest if you're a beginner, just ignore it. They're not interested. Focus on the positive replies, because these are going to be the easy to get customers, right? They're already interested, and you just reply to them and get the call booked. Let me zoom back out here. So there's obviously a lot more that goes into it, which you can see in the actually scratch this more in-depth video. We'll just go over it right now. You can see below. Overall, the process of the system looks like that and always remains the same, which is very good, right? Easy to scale. Once you have everything built, it's rinse and repeat. Scrape a massive list, upload it into Instantly, set the daily amount you want to send out, and from whatever email accounts you have connected to Instantly, wait for the positive replies to come in, and you're simply just going to be answering any positive replies and booking a call with the prospect. So we'll go over this 15 steps right now. So 15 steps to 30 appointments a month with cold email. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need a Google domain, 3 G Suite email accounts to send 33 per day from. Instantly for your email campaigns. This is just what I suggest. You can use IcyLeads, LeadHyper, Snove.io for scraping email lists. You need a custom written script, of course, with great email copy, proven subject lines that actually work and get people to open your email in the first place, and then 5 or more follow-ups after your first email. And then this is optional. It can be quite costly sometimes. It's very good. I suggest this if you're going after very, very high ticket people, like a $1 billion ecom brand, a vetted VA who can write great personal first lines for your email list. So a personal first line is just, clicking on someone's LinkedIn URL, their Facebook URL, their website, mentioning something so that the person knows it's not just a complete copy-pasted email and there's some personalization to it. One sentence, very quick, usually complimenting them. It's usually a compliment, right? But that's optional, and we'll get into the cost of all these things down there. So the step-by-step process to building a system, it's going to look like this. You're going to want to buy a Google domain and 3 email accounts for that specific domain. Sign up for Instantly, of course. Add all 3 email accounts to start warming them up. Very simple, it's very easy to use, very straightforward, right? You're an entrepreneur if you're listening to this, I'm assuming. And I really don't need to get into detail of, this is how you sign up for a service, and, this is how you click the button that says add accounts to add to your email accounts. If you're a serious entrepreneur, you're a quick learner and you enjoy these things and just going through the process yourself anyways. So step 3, you're going to get icy leads, lead hypersnob.io, and you're going to scrape a big list of targeted decision makers. Now, if you use icy leads, you're going to upload the list inside of icy leads so that you can get their verified emails. And then once you have verified emails, you're just going to download the entire list as a CSV. Now, this is usually for writing first lines. So you're going to upload the CSV list of emails and info into Google spreadsheet. And now you have your list, right? You can go, you scroll through it, whatever, check all the emails, make sure there's no duplicates or anything. And now you want to start working on crafting your amazing script and follow-ups for your email campaign. This is probably the most important piece, obviously, right? Besides scraping good lists of valid, verified emails. So steps 6 through 11 are optional. This is the personal first line. So if you want to do the personal first lines and get a much higher reply rate with a much higher cost of doing so, you're going to want to add a new column for personal line in the Google spreadsheet. And you're just simply going to go to Upwork and post a job for a VA to write 1-sentence personal lines for every email in your spreadsheet. Some of the people who apply will have already done it, and most of them that are applying should know what you're referencing and talking about already because they've done it before, they've seen it, and they know what it is. So you can just shoot a short video of the spreadsheet with some personal line examples and how to write them, and then just send that to the VA applicants, just to give them a better idea of what you would want and need of them. And then you're just going to ask whoever applies to the job on Upwork to write 10 personal first lines. And you're just going to pick whoever does the best job, right? And then you can always train them to be even better later on. So it's just, don't get too caught up if someone's not perfect, right? So hire the VA and give them your email list, and then go through the list when the VA is finished. Make sure everything looks good and it's ready to go. So that's just for personal first lines. If you want to do that and you want to outsource it, you could do it yourself, but it would take pretty long if you're trying to send even 30 a day, 20 to 30 emails a day can get pretty boring, I guess you could say. Spike that cortisol and get you a bit stressed out after about a week straight of constantly sitting there and clicking on links and writing 1-sentence compliments about random people. But anyways, so step 12, if you just want to skip all these, you're not going to do the first lines. You're just going to focus on sending out emails with a great script and pure volume, right? You're going to create a new campaign instantly. Now, all you're going to do is follow the steps, upload your list of emails, add your scripts and any variables with personal line as a new variable to fill into your script if you're doing the first line personal lines. Set a schedule for your emails to be sent out. I suggest Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then you're going to choose the 3 email accounts you want instantly to send your emails from, which are the 3 accounts that you have been warming up inside instantly, right? And I suggest setting a daily amount of 100 per day. If your emails are somewhat warm, to start, I would say, need to start 50 a day maybe among the 3 different email accounts. And then you're just going to simply launch your campaign and sit back. Last 2 steps, very simple, right? This is the fun part. Answer any positive replies you receive and send them a short video with your calendar link to book a call. And just close more deals and start scaling your business by simply scraping and sending more emails. So obviously, if you're sending 100 emails a day, Monday through Friday, that's 500 a week. That's 2,000 a month. Let's say you book 10 calls that month. Send 4,000 next month if you want to book 20 calls. It's pretty simple. And then once you start sending more volume too, you can also start testing different scripts, different subject lines, and get into the details of the copy. But if you're a beginner, just stick to the basics, right? So what is all of it, something like this going to cost? Instantly for emailing service and the email warm-up, it's going to be $97 a month. So $100 a month. Then the Google G Suite and domain and 3 email accounts is about $12 a year, I'm pretty sure, for the domain, and then the 3 email accounts will be about $18 a month. So it'll be like $40 the first month, and then just $20 a month really after that for 3 email accounts. Then for the email scraping service, Icy Leads, Lead Hypersnob.io, all $97 a month. So the total cost of the system is going to be about, roughly around $235 a month for sending, maximum like 5K emails a month. And this is not including costs of hiring and training a VA to write you personal first lines. If you choose to do that, you can expect to pay around 40 cents to $1 per line written, and you might be able to get it cheaper from some other places and some people, but it will still be, quite an expense with a large email list for sure. If you do not want to bother with the personal lines, I suggest just sending out a much higher volume, obviously, to make up for the fact that you don't have personal first lines in your emails. For example, if you send 1,000 emails a month with personal lines, send about 5K a month if you're not using any personal first lines. And that campaign should still get you just as many, if not more, calls than the 1K, the 1,000 emails with the personal first lines. So some free scripts and frameworks to test for yourself. So I'm going to make a separate video on writing scripts too, but this is just in here as sort of like a little bonus, right? So these are really just the best subject lines you can use. There's plenty of videos out there, right? There's plenty of different subject lines you can test, but these are great. And I haven't actually really seen many people talk about this one right here. And what this is this re, and colon, that is the subject line. So you can either just say a question about the company name, like that variable of whatever the name of their company is, or you can add this re in here, and what that's going to do is it's going to make it look like they had already replied to your email and you are already sort of in a conversation with them, because obviously if you reply to someone's email and then they reply back to you, it's going to look like this. We've all seen that in the emails, in email chains that you have between you and someone, right? So just sort of a little tweak. I've never had anyone actually get like annoyed at that either. If anything, they'll probably just think, "Damn, wow, they know how to get me to open an email," So those are some like those are just the basic best subject lines you can really use, right? So the basic framework too is pretty simple. If you don't want to add a personal line, I suggest just adding, something complimentary, but also make sure you do not add a bunch of like stupid lines that just people can just tell that it's copy paste and it sounds really cheesy. Like, hey, Jake, just found your website and insert their URL from Google. Thought I'd reach it. It's like they know that's a copy paste email, and you just inserted the variable of their website URL, and so don't do stuff like that. But you can just say something very quickly like, I normally would break the ice right here, but blah blah blah. Just say something funny or to just break the ice, right? Excuse me. So you're gonna say, hey, name, personal line if you have one, or something else. Very short, one sentence. My name's Charlie, and one sentence case study, result you've gotten. And then you're going to add a call to action. So it's actually very simple. So real example, this is what it would look like, for someone like me. Say I'm targeting marketing agencies, SMMA owners, right? So the subject is going to be love using that. Question about Iris Marketing. That's the name of their company. Hey, Daniel, loved your recent LinkedIn post about motivating others around you. Personal line. If you're doing that, right? My name's Charlie, and I just helped a new SMMA owner last week book 17 calls using our cold email system we built for him. So sort of, right? So a little compliment right here. Introducing myself. Little case study result I've gotten to pique their interest in why I'm emailing them. And then why I'm emailing them and the call to action. 2 sentences, very simple right here. Based on what I've seen, I believe we could get similar results for your offer. Do you have time this or next week to talk? Boom, done. Very freaking simple. Now, if they don't reply, follow-up one will be sent out, 2 days after. You can set that up however you like. So subject line over here, just quick bump. Hey, Daniel, sure you're pretty busy, just bumping this to the top of your inbox so you can see the first email as well. Follow-up 2, we're going to start hitting them with the case studies. This is basically all your follow-ups are just going to be case studies and results. And a separate video will go over what to do if you don't have any, right? But so subject, big win. Hey, Daniel, just wanted to follow up with another big win we had last week for a new client. John was able to book 10 calls and close 3 sales, $8,000 total for his SMMA that helps realtors, all from using our automated cold email system. Got time this week or next for a quick call. Follow-up 3 will be sent out. Subject, another 15 calls last week using this email system. Get them to click on the email, open it. Hey, Daniel, bump into the top of your inbox yet again with another win for one of our clients. Steven had a $10,000 week after closing 4 new clients for his coaching business. From 15 calls he was able to book using our cold email system we just recently built for him. Any chance you're free for a quick chat sometime this week or next? So it's super simple, right? And you're basically just going to follow this this outline. And I'm going to make a separate video going over specifically, overall email copy, the subject lines, why to write emails this way, in this manner, this way, how to write personal lines, what really goes into a cold email, what makes it effective, what to do if you don't have case studies. So I'm going to go over that in another video. But this was the basic overview of this doc. And I'm really just sharing this with people who, would like more information about what my business does and, what I do and what I'm an expert in, mainly cold email, and just building overall client customer acquisition systems for other B2B entrepreneurs. But yeah, I hope this video helped. Definitely hit me up any questions you have. And I'm going to be adding, it's not in this video because I'm filming the video, but I'll be adding a link to the video. It should be right here. Doc and system overview. Watch the overview video. It will link to this video right here. And then I will also be adding a link to a new YouTube channel I'm starting, just so I can have a platform and a space to film content every single day and to just upload the videos there. So it's super easy. I'm on Facebook mainly right now, but I'm looking to sort of shift away from that and build my audience somewhere else. I don't want to be too cemented into Facebook, just due to how I view their company as a whole, and just the fear of being banned. I had already got my personal account banned once, so yeah, I'm moving away from Facebook, because if you're banned on Facebook and your whole audience is there, well, there goes your whole audience, right? And honestly, once again, back to cold email being like the best client customer acquisition system for many online businesses, it's also one of the best ways to build a big audience, right? Build a massive email list. I mean, you have the people's emails, capture their phone numbers too. But anyways, I hope this answered some questions and made sense as I went through this doc. Check out the YouTube channel for more information. I'm definitely gonna be uploading that to that a lot in the next few weeks, and message me for any questions. Definitely looking forward to getting to know you, whoever you are watching this video, and possibly working together, seeing if I can help you with your business. Have a good one.